Great. So we are on with the session. I think today is day 4 or day 5. I think day 4. So we are reading this book. That's The Secrets of Karma. And today, basically, we are going to start the book. Till now, whatever we were doing was the preface, the introduction, the understanding, introduction of the author. Today, basically, we are going to start with key 1. So with the first point, with the first chapter, with the first page. आज से ही हम किताब शुरू कर रहे हैं एक तरह से अगर देखा जाए तो किताब का जो कंटेंट है कर्मा का जो कंटेंट है वो हम आज से शुरू कर रहे हैं. So today we will read through page 3, 4 and 5 hopefully. Let's see how much we can cover because there are short stories after each part, and I would really like to share the story and the teachings of the story to you. So let's see. We will start. If some of you do not have the book, it's okay because I will be reading through. If you have the book, let's follow with the book. So are we ready to begin? Great. Essence of karma. So the first chapter and the first page, it starts with the word essence of karma. Okay. So essence of karma is basically हम अगर समझने जाए तो हम यहाँ से जो शुरुआत करने वाले हैं हम कर्मा के सच को समझने जा रहे हैं कि कर्मा का मतलब इसका महत्व क्या है, इसका गहराई क्या है, इसका मतलब क्या है. ओके, वही हम समझने जा रहे हैं. A man reaps what he sows, written by Saint Paul. बहुत सिंपल है, आप जैसा बोगे आप वैसा काटोगे. Translated from Sanskrit, karma is action and the consequence of action. अगर हम बोलेंगे कि मैंने ये कर्म किया, it would simply be कि मैंने ये एक्शन किया. मैंने ये पानी का बोतल उठाया तो ये भी एक एक्शन है, ये एक एक्शन है, राइट. तो ये एक एक्शन हुआ लेकिन ये एक कर्म हुआ. अब मैंने पानी का बोतल उठा के किसी के सर पे दे मारा. I lifted up the bottle and I hit somebody with this bottle. This created an effect. This created a consequence. एक action का एक consequence भी आया. I did an action and I injured somebody with it. So एक कर्म हुआ और उस कर्म की वजह से एक नतीजा निकला, एक एक्शन का एक consequence हुआ, एक रिजल्ट निकला. तो ये दोनों चीज मिला के एक कर्मा बनता है. ओके, कर्मा. तो इसके थ्रू या तो मेरा एक अच्छा कर्मा बनेगा या तो एक बुरा कर्मा बनेगा. Either I will generate a good karma or I'll generate a negative karma. Okay, if I lift up the bottle and I help somebody drink water. Somebody is thirsty, so I lifted up the bottle and I made a thirsty man or a thirsty woman drink water. I will generate perhaps a good karma. Okay. It is the force of nature that balances a cause with a corresponding effect. So number one, very important point. It is a force of nature, of the universe, of God. It is not a man-made law. It is not governed by a government. It is not governed by the political leaders. It is not governed by you, by me, the teachers, the businessmen, the players. It's not governed by anybody. It is a nature's law. So it is governed by the supreme God. It is governed by the universal powers that balances the cause and the effect. Okay. So no human being has any role to play here. While activities and actions that benefit all generate good karma and accrue as karmic income, all activities and actions that are harmful to people and other beings create bad karma, adding up as karmic debt. So you have a karmic income, you have a karmic debt. You do something good, your income will increase. You do something negative, you have to pay for it. So your debt will increase. आप कुछ अच्छा करते हो, आपका इनकम बढ़ेगा, आपका कमाई बढ़ेगा. आप कुछ बुरा करते हो, आपको उसके लिए एक भुगतान करना पड़ेगा. इसलिए वो आपका डेट, आपके लोन की तरह हो जाएगा, एक कर्जे की तरह हो जाएगा. In general, the good things you have in life are the result of accrued karmic income, while the pain and miseries you experience are the effects of karmic debts that you must pay. हम जिंदगी में कुछ भी अच्छा इस वक्त हमें मिल रहा है. If I have a house, if I have car, if I have a family, if I have good dresses to wear, if I am sitting in an air conditioned house, if I am having good food, if I have a lot of money, if I have a own business, all these things are the effect of my previous good karma, of my previous balance. आज अगर स्वाति जी आउट स्टेशन गई थी, घूमने गई थी, उनके बैंक अकाउंट में कुछ पैसे थे, वही तो खर्च करके वो घूमने गई थी, है ना? Isn't it obvious? If today I am wearing a cloth, I am going for shopping and I am wearing clothes, I must have some previous bank account balance from where I am withdrawing money and buying good clothes, right? है ना? So if I have no balance from before, can I afford to go out for a vacation? Can I afford to go and buy clothes? It's not possible. हमारे कर्मा पे भी यही चीज लागू होती है. आपका प्रीवियस गुड बैलेंस होगा, आपको जिंदगी में अच्छी अच्छी चीजें मिलेंगी. आपका प्रीवियस नेगेटिव बैलेंस होगा, खराब बैलेंस होगा, बैड कर्मा का बैलेंस होगा, आपकी लाइफ में इस वक्त कोई चैलेंज चल रहा होगा, कुछ ना कुछ बुरा आ रहा होगा. Because say for example, if today I don't have 10 rupees in my wallet, 10 रुपए भी नहीं है, and I'm hungry, I want to eat something. I want to eat, say, maybe one whole thali. A thali costs 100 rupees. I have only 10 rupees in my account balance. What does this mean? Previously, I did not work enough. I did not earn enough. I did not have balance enough, because of which today I don't have money to eat. है ना? तो हम आज हमारे साथ जो भी हो रहा है, उसका रूट कॉज, उसकी वजह पास्ट में है. Sometimes actions that may appear to be unkind can be good karma. In the great epic Mahabharata, Lord Krishna narrated this story to the Pandavas. तो कभी कभी जो हम एक्शन देखते हैं, जो हमें लगता है कि बहुत क्रूअल एक्शन है, बहुत गलत, बहुत खराब एक्शन है, वो एक गुड कर्मा भी हो सकता है. Not every time what we see is 100% correct. We cannot judge everything by what we are seeing. Okay, so this story is narrated by Lord Krishna in Mahabharata. Let's read the story. A hunter by the name Valaka shot an arrow at an animal that was drinking water from a lake. एक जानवर पानी पी रहा था, और एक जो हंटर था जिसका नाम था वालका, उसने उसे तीर से मार दिया. Later he realized that it was a blind and it was blind. वो जानवर अंधा था. And regretted much for his act. उसे बहुत अफसोस हुआ कि एक जानवर जो अंधा था, मैंने उसे मार दिया. उसे बहुत गिल्टी महसूस हो रहा था. However, the deities showered flowers upon him and thanked him, as the beast was a demon that was planning to destroy the world. तो जब उसने उस जानवर को मार दिया, ऊपर से भगवान उसके ऊपर फूल बरसा रहे थे. You know, the gods and the universal deities, they were showering flowers on him. So he thought, why is this happening? I just did such a cruel act. I just killed a blind animal who was drinking water. But the deities then told him that this was a demon in the form of an animal, and this demon was planning to destroy the world. So when you killed this animal, you actually did a benevolent act. You actually did a good karma. You saved the whole world. Thus, Krishna said, actions that we think are bad can be good. So we should sometimes just think. Sometimes if we do not want to do anything on our own, but things are happening, maybe they are good karma, maybe they are bad karma, it's better not to judge. It is better not to judge, especially for actions of other people. If other people are doing actions, it's better we do not judge them. Things which are happening in the due course might be destined. Maybe the gods are making us do it. Maybe the God has selected us to do that good karma. Okay. On the other hand, so there are both things possible. एक चीज बुरा लग रहा है, दिखने में बुरा लग रहा है, हो सकता है वो बुरा ना हो. उल्टा भी हो सकता है. On the other hand, actions that may seem to be kind can be bad karma, as shown in the story below. Long ago, there lived a woman with her young son. Being the only son, she gave all her love to him and never corrected him when he misbehaved or stole petty things from his friend's place. Finally, the boy grew to become a notorious robber who one day was caught and condemned to death. एक माँ थी, उनका एक बच्चा था, एक लड़का था. उन्होंने इतना प्यार दिया उसे कि उसने कभी उनको किसी चीज के लिए रोका नहीं, टोका नहीं. जब वो छोटी छोटी गलतियां कर रहा था, वो किसी के घर से कोई छोटी चीज चुरा रहा था, तो माँ की ममता इतनी स्ट्रांग थी कि उन्होंने उसे रोका नहीं, उन्होंने उसे सुधारा नहीं, सही समझाया नहीं. इस चलते वो जब बड़ा हुआ तो वो एक, like he became a lutera, a chore. He robbed many things from many people. And finally he was condemned to death. उसे फांसी की सजा हो गई. उसने इतना गलत काम किए कि उसे फांसी की सजा हो गई. Before he was hanged, the judge asked if he had any wish, and he replied, I wish to say something to my mother in her ear. जज ने पूछा कि मरने से पहले तुम्हारा कोई अंतिम ख्वाहिश? उन्होंने कहा, हाँ, मैं अपने माँ के कानों में कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ. When she came close to him, he seized her ear with his teeth and bit it off. So when the mother came close to her son, and she, it was the time of her death, it was the time when, the son will be hanged. So the mother came, and the son, what did he do? He bit off his mother's ears. कान निकाल लिए दांत से. When she came close to him, he seized her ear with his teeth and bit it off. The judge was shocked and asked, why did he do this to his mother? He said, she never corrected me when I was wrong, and because of her, I am punished today. उसने कहा कि मैं तो छोटा था, मैं तो बच्चा था, मैं तो यंग था. मेरी माँ ने मुझे कभी सही शिक्षा दी क्यों नहीं? जब मैं छोटी छोटी गलतियां कर रहा था, तब उन्होंने मुझे रोका क्यों नहीं? अगर उन्होंने मुझे रोका होता तो मैं इतना बड़ा चोर नहीं बनता और मेरी फांसी नहीं हो रही होती. So, because the mother was so loving, so caring, she never trained her son. She never corrected her son when her sons were making the mistake. If we correct our own people when they are making small, small mistakes, perhaps they will not end up making a big blunder, a big mistake, and we can save their lives. So this benevolent act of the mother, that the mother was so loving, so caring, she did not, stop her son from making mistakes. She did not punish him. She did not correct him. This seemed to be like a good act from the point of view of the mother, but ultimately it was a bad karma. Ultimately, it resulted in bad deeds. It resulted in bad results. So दोनों चीज possible है. Something which looks good can be bad, and something which looks bad can also turn out to be good. Love and kindness without discrimination and inaction, when right action is needed, make you incur karmic debt. Even if you do not sin, but encourage others to do wrong actions, it is still bad karma. हमने खुद ने गलती नहीं की. I did not make the mistake myself. Somebody else was making a mistake, but I did not correct that person. I did not raise my voice. I did not try to stop something which was wrong. Action का जरूरत था, पर मैं चुप रही. मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. मैंने स्टॉप नहीं किया. मैंने गलत को होते हुए रोका नहीं. ये भी बैड कर्मा है. This is a very, very important point in our life. Sometimes we say, यार मेरा क्या जाता है? Why poke my nose into somebody else's teeth? Now here, there's a line of difference. Huh? In a little while, थोड़े chapters के बाद, there will be a point where he will also say, where the book will also say, do not poke your nose into others' problems. तो फिर आप बोलोगे यार ये तो contradictory हो गया. एक तरफ आप बोल रहे हो you should not allow something wrong to happen, and एक तरफ आप बोल रहे हो कि I should not poke my nose into somebody else's business. दोनों तो contradictory हो गया. Now here now, everything is not black and white. There are shades of white and there are shades of black. You have to discern. God has given you a brain, God has given you consciousness. You have to discern, where do I need to step in? Where do I need to stay quiet? If I see in front of me a husband is killing his wife, will I say, मेरे को क्या जाता है उसका ये करने दो? I will try to stop. I will try to do something if it is in my powers. If I can stop the husband, if I can do something, I will try to do, right? But maybe, the wife herself says, no, 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 you stay out of my point. You don't have to interfere. I have only given permission to my husband to hit me. You stay out of it. You don't interfere. Whatever is my case, you let me be, etc., etc. Then it's okay. I have to walk out. I have to be silent. If the wife doesn't want me to interfere, I have to be silent. But if the wife is asking for her help, if I am seeing the husband is hitting the wife, even then should I remain quiet? So it matters. हमें जिंदगी में हर सिचुएशन पे हमारा दिमाग का इस्तेमाल करना होगा, हमारे चेतना का इस्तेमाल करना होगा, हमारी सोच का इस्तेमाल करना होगा कि हमें इस सिचुएशन में क्या फैसला लेना है, हमें गलत को रोकना है, हमें एक्शन लेना है कि हमें चुप रहना है. You have to decide that. And whatever decision you take, karma will follow. If you take the right decision, good karma will follow. If you take the wrong decision, some bad karma will be accounted for in the account. Okay? The teachings of karma are universal. Saint Paul said, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A person reaps what he sows. In the Galatians 6 to 7, the story of Jacob wonderfully illustrates this. So we will also read this story of Jacob and perhaps we will stop there. Now, this story of Jacob is also taught in the basic pranic healing class. So this is, again coming from Master's teachings as well. So let's read this. Jacob fooled his father and got the blessing meant for Esau, his elder brother. And that made Esau very angry and wild. जेकब ने अपने भाई और अपने फादर को चीट किया एंड जो प्रॉपर्टी जो हिस्सा इसाव को मिलना चाहिए था वो उन्होंने ले लिया. टू सेव जेकब फ्रॉम इसाव हिज मदर रिबेका sent Jacob away to work under his uncle Laban. माँ का मन बच्चे को बचाने के लिए उन्होंने कहा कि तुमने गलती तो कर दी, अब तुम यहाँ से भाग जाओ अपने अंकल के पास, लबान के पास, और उनके पास जाके काम करो. While working for Laban, Jacob fell in love with his daughter Rachel and wanted to marry her. Laban agreed to this on the condition that Jacob would work for him for 7 years. But after 7 years, Laban tricked Jacob into marrying his other daughter, Leah. As a result, he had to work for 7 more years to marry the woman he loved. Laban also cheated Jacob in the wages that were due to him. Later, Jacob's children deceived him, falsely telling him that a wild animal killed his favorite son Joseph, and this caused Jacob intense pain. Jacob had deceived his father and his brother, and he suffered much as a result of this bad karma. तो इस स्टोरी में हम क्या देखते हैं? सबसे पहले जेकब ने अपने फादर और अपने भाई को चीट किया for some money, for some property, for some things, and then he flew away. माँ की ममता ने उसको भगा दिया कि तुम सेफ कहीं जगह चल जाओ. आप अपने फादर और ब्रदर से भाग सकते हो, क्या आप कर्मा से भाग सकते हो? Karma is going to catch up. You can feel that I have made a mistake, now let me go and hide somewhere. Let me go and, be somewhere safe. What will happen even if you run away from people? If you run away from the danger, karma will still catch up with you. It is universal. Karma is going to come and make you pay, even if you run away from that place, even if you run away from the people, Even if it is after 10 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, it will still catch up with you the day your karma matures. So, what did Jacob do? He ran away to Laban, his uncle, and he started working for him. He fell in love with his daughter. उसको उसकी लबान की डॉटर से प्यार हो गया. अभी उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है, तुम मेरे पास 7 साल काम करो, बहुत सारे पैसे कमाओ, मैं तुमको उससे शादी करा दूंगा. 7 साल जेकब ने काम किया. लबान ने बहुत कोशिश की, बहुत बार उसे अपनी नौकरी के जो पैसे होते हैं वो नहीं दिए, चीट किया. लेकिन अंत में 7 साल के बाद उसने उसे उस लड़की से शादी नहीं होने दिया जिससे वो प्यार करता था. चीटिंग करके उसे दूसरी लड़की से शादी करा दी. जेकब को वापस से 7 साल काम करना पड़ा लबान के पास, फिर से पैसे कमाने पड़े अपने प्यार से शादी करने के लिए. फिर क्या हुआ? बहुत साल बाद उनके बच्चों ने उनके साथ एक मजाक किया. कहा कि आपका जो फेवरेट सन है उसको हाथी ने मार दिया है, और इससे उन्हें गहरी गहरी चोट लगी. तो क्या हुआ? उसने अपने फादर और ब्रदर को चीट किया था, उसे भी रिश्तों में धोखा मिला, है ना? ही चीटेड विथ लव, ही गॉट चीटेड विथ लव. उसने पैसों का धोखा किया, प्रॉपर्टीज का धोखा किया. उसके साथ कितनी बार पैसों का धोखा हुआ. सो कर्मा विल कैच अप. आप कर्मा से भाग नहीं सकते. You can ask somebody, because there's a question here in the chat box that if somebody is not listening to you, you can't do anything. You are explaining something to someone and that someone is not listening to you. आप बोले जा रहे हो, आप उसको सही दिशा दिखाने का कोशिश करो, आप उनको बोल रहे हो कि सही कर्म करो, अच्छा होगा, ये होगा, वो होगा, आप सब कर रहे हो. सामने वाला आपकी बात नहीं सुन रहा है. आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. That is in the destiny of that man to suffer. The soul has chosen the path of suffering. The soul has decided not to learn the lesson. You and I cannot do anything. We can only do our level best to help that person understand, share stories, give examples, maybe to some extent help that person to do good karma. Beyond that, you and I cannot do anything. Every soul has to go through their own karma. Every soul has to learn their own lesson. Every soul has to decide for themselves. तकलीफ हर इंसान को होती है. एक इंसान सोचता है कि तकलीफ में मैं हार जाऊं. एक इंसान सोचता है मैं लड़ूंगा, मैं तकलीफ से बाहर निकलूंगा. वहीं पे एक और इंसान सोचता है जो तकलीफ मुझे हो रही है मैं वो सेम तकलीफ एक और इंसान को दूंगा. हर सोल अलग अलग फैसला लेता है. And depending on what decision you take, your karma is going to follow. You can either decide to give up, suicide, lose. You can second decide that I'm going to fight back, or you can decide that I am going to inflict the same pain into somebody else's life. So same trouble, same problem can have three different reaction in three different souls. It depends on your maturity of the soul. It depends on you. And on that same thing, your karma will depend. You decide to fight, God will help you fight. You decide to give up, maybe the angels will say, okay, better luck next time. You decide to inflict the same pain on somebody else, 10 times that karma is going to come back to you, more sufferings. So you and I can only take decisions for our life. हम सिर्फ अपने कर्मा के लिए जिम्मेदार हैं, पूरे दुनिया के कर्मा के लिए हम जिम्मेदार नहीं हैं. Okay? So perhaps we will stop there on that story and on this lesson. There were 3 stories shared today. I hope we could get the lessons from all the 3 stories. And during the meditation, we will pray, we will invoke that may each one of us be blessed so that we can understand the lessons of our life. May we be blessed so that we can take right decisions in our life. so that we can actually generate more good karma in our own life. May also the good things which is happening in our life, you know, we will be able to understand the greater good in them. The bad things which are happening in our life, may we be able to understand the bad in them. Okay? So may we have more clarity of thoughts, better understanding of karma, and may we be able to generate more good karma. Okay? So let's close our eyes, relax ourselves. Yes, I will just ask my team to share the WhatsApp link again in the chat box. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let's together invoke, may the beautiful energy of the twin heart meditation help us become better with our knowledge of karma. Bless us so that we have more divine love, divine light, and divine power to generate more good karma and become better human beings day by day in every aspect of our life. We are all super, super receptive in full faith. So be it.